Welcome to On the Case with Detective Alex Cardinale. In this gripping YouTube series, Detective Cardinale delves into the most notorious crimes that have captivated America. Which crime will be discussed tonight? Will it be a mass shooting, a murder, a rape, or a bank robbery? Whatever it is, it shocked America. Step into the world of crime investigation as Detective Cardinale uncovers the truth behind the crime. Delve into the web of intrigue surrounding the suspects involved in the crime. Detective Cardinale will analyze their motives, alibis, and connections to the crime. Don't miss out on the thrilling journey of uncovering the truth. On the Case with Detective Alex Cardinale goes live on air right now.
Welcome to another thrilling episode of On the Case with Detective Alex Cardinale. Tonight, we embark on a captivating journey back in time, diving headfirst into the enigmatic world of 1994. Join Detective Alex Cardinale as he unravels the mysteries behind some of the year's most infamous and overlooked crimes. From the sensational O.J. Simpson case that captivated the nation to the chilling Leathers Oil Company murders, tonight's episode promises to leave no stone unturned. Explore the hidden criminal underbelly of Massachusetts, delve into the sinister secrets of Texas, and uncover the dark tales from California, all from a year that changed the face of crime forever. Buckle up for a live adventure packed with intrigue, suspense, and revelations, right here, right now On the Case with Detective Alex Cardinale.
Hello, and thank you for joining me for this episode of On the Case. I'm Detective Alex Cardinale, and tonight we're traveling back 30 years to 1994, and we're going to be on the cases of crimes from 1994. On this episode of On the Case, we're going to learn about some of the infamous and some of the less forgotten about crimes. We're going to learn about the infamous crimes of 1994 and some of the forgotten crimes of 1994. We're going to learn about crimes such as the O.J. Simpson case. We're going to learn about some murders that took place at an oil company. All that and more live right here on this episode of On the Case. As always, feel free to share your thoughts on each crime that I discuss in the comments. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this episode started. And we're going to start by talking about some of the most infamous crimes from 1994. These are crimes that a lot of people remember 1994 from. So some of the most infamous and memorable crimes from 1994 include the O.J. Simpson murder case, where the former NFL player was accused of killing his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman, which captivated the nation and led to a highly publicized trial. Additionally, the Rwanda genocide occurred in April 1994, resulting in the mass murder of an estimated 800,000 Tutsi and moderate Hutu people within a span of just 100 days. And the death of Italian fashion designer Giovanni Versace, who was shot outside his Miami home in July 1997, was also a notable crime linked to this era, as it was later revealed that the killer, Andrew Cunanan, was responsible for a series of murders that began in 1994. And on this episode of On the Case, we're going to talk about the Rwanda genocide, we're going to talk about the O.J. Simpson case, and we're going to talk about the murder of fashion designer Giovanni Versace, and we're also going to talk about some other infamous crimes from 1994 as well. So now let's talk about the least known crimes from 1994. These are some of the crimes that are forgotten about, unfortunately. Some lesser known crimes from 1994 include the murder of 37-year-old Tracy McBride, whose case was overshadowed by more high-profile events, and the abduction and assault of women in Albuquerque by a serial predator known as the Albuquerque Rapist, who was active during that time but did not receive widespread media attention. Additionally, incidents related to the rise of cybercrime were emerging as the internet begun to gain popularity, with early forms of hacking and online fraud starting to surface, marking the beginning of a new era of crime that would evolve significantly in the following years. Now, what can we learn from 1994 crimes? What can we learn from crimes that happened 30 years ago? Well, the crimes from 1994, particularly those of high-profile cases, such as the O.J. Simpson case and the genocide in Rwanda, teach us valuable lessons about the complexities of justice, media, influence, and the importance of social awareness. So we can learn from 1994 crimes by learning about the complexities of justice, social media's influence. Now in 1994, social media influence was your news outlets and your TV shows. But now 30 years later, that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and news stations and TV. And also social awareness. They highlight the need for systematic reforms in legal and criminal procedures, the dangers of racial bias and stereotyping, and the critical role of prevention and intervention in addressing systematic violence and discrimination. Additionally, these events emphasize the importance of being informed citizens and the responsibility of society to engage in dialogue about justice and human rights to prevent similar atrocities in the future. And now our last topic before we begin talking about some crimes from 1994. What were the most committed crimes of 1994 according to statistics? Well, in 1994, the world was marked by a tumultuous array of events, both political and social, many of which unfortunately mirrored the crime trends of the time. During this year, several types of crimes were notably prevalent, influenced by various economic conditions, social unrest, and demographic shifts. One of the most committed crimes in 1994 was property crime, specifically burglary and theft. As urban areas grew, many individuals found themselves facing increasing financial pressures. This led to a rise in break-ins and larcenies as people sought ways to cope. According to crime statistics from 1994, America experienced elevated instances of home invasions, car thefts, and commercial burglaries, correlating to the economic hard times faced by many across the country. Additionally, violent crimes remained a significant concern. Homicides, although under a slight decline from previous years, still struck terror in cities plagued by gang violence and drug trafficking. The inner cities of the United States were particularly affected as ongoing battles between rival gangs for territory and control-filled rates of murder and assault. 1994 also saw an increase in sexual offenses, partly because of greater awareness and reporting of such crimes prompted by shifting societal attitudes. Activism during this time brought a light to sexual harassment and assault cases, encouraging more survivors to come forward. Moreover, the emergence of new technologies gave birth to different methods of theft, including computer crimes and fraud, as the digital age began to loom. With the rise of the internet, companies faced new challenges, defending against hacking and other cyber threats. In conclusion, 1994 was defined by a rise in property crimes and an ongoing struggle with violent offenses, while the seeds of technological offenses also began to take root, laying a complex groundwork for the evolving landscape of crime in the years to follow. Collectively, it painted a vivid picture of how socioeconomic factors can profoundly influence criminal behaviors, revealing trends that resonate through the decades. And that is information on crimes in 1994. And now we're going to talk about some of the most infamous and some of the most forgotten about crimes from 1994 right here on this episode of On the Case. So right now we're going to talk about the O.J. Simpson case, one of the most infamous cases from 1994. The O.J. Simpson homicide case, often regarded as one of the most sensational trials in American history, captivated the nation in the mid-1990s and raised important questions about race, celebrity, and justice. It revolved around the brutal murders of Nicole Brown Simpson, O.J. Simpson's ex-wife, and her friend Ronald Goldman on June 12, 1994 in Los Angeles, California. O.J. Simpson, a former NFL superstar and Hollywood actor, quickly became the prime suspect. On June 17, 1994, following a nationwide manhunt, Simpson was famously captured during a slow-speed police chase in a white Ford Bronco, accompanied by a close friend, Al Collins. The live broadcast of this dramatic pursuit drew millions of viewers and became an indelible moment in American pop culture. As the trial commenced in 1995, the stakes escalated. The prosecution amassed a considerable amount of evidence, including DNA links to the crime scene and testimonies from witnesses. However, the defense team, famously known as the Dream Team, led by attorneys including Johnny Cochran and F. Lee Bailey, mounted a robust defense. They raised questions about the integrity of the evidence, allegations of police misconduct, and systematic racism within the justice system, particularly focusing on Detective Mark Furman's history. The trial, heavily televised, unfolded over the course of several months, drawing daily attention from the media and the public. Descriptive testimonies, forensic evidence, and sensational courtroom confrontations made it a legal spectacle deeply entwined with societal issues, specifically those surrounding race relations in America. On October 3rd, 1995, after deliberating for less than 4 hours, the jury delivered a not guilty verdict, shocking many and leading to a national debate about the implications of the trial and its outcomes. The verdict reflected not only the complexities of the case itself, but also the deep-seated racial tensions that permeated American society. In the years that followed, O.J. Simpson would grapple with his notoriety. In 1997, a civil court found him liable for the wrongful death of Brown and Goldman, awarding substantial damages to their families. This case continues to resonate within culture discourse, inspiring countless documentaries, films, and discussions about race, media influence, and the American legal system. demonstrating the enduring impact of the O.J. Simpson homicide case in contemporary society. And that is the O.J. Simpson case. Now let's talk about a genocide. It's not every year that you have a genocide, but 30 years ago in 1994, there was a genocide. So let's talk about the Rwanda genocide. The Rwanda genocide stands as one of the most tragic events in recent history, encapsulating the depths of human conflict and the devastating consequences of ethnic hatred. Lasting just 100 days, from April to July 1994, this harrowing chapter unfolded in a nation where deep-seated tensions between the Hutu and Tutsi ethnic groups exploded into violence, leading to the slaughter of an estimated 800,000 people, primarily Tutsis and moderate Hutus. The roots of the genocide can be traced back to colonial rule, mainly during the Belgian administration, where favoritism towards the Tutsi minority sowed seeds of resentment among the majority Hutus. The tension simmered during subsequent political instability and civil unrest, culminating in a civil war that erupted in 1990. When the assassination of the Rwandan president, a Hutu, in April 1994 triggered a nationwide frenzy, ordinary citizens became complicit, often under intimidation or with the promise of power, in organizing mass killings. The brutality witnessed during the genocide is difficult to comprehend. Armed militias, known as the Interahamwe, perpetrated wave after wave of systematic murder, utilizing crude weapons such as clubs and machetes, tools of death that turn neighbors into killers. Amid the slaughter, countless tales of resilience and courage surfaced as individuals engaged in both acts of heroism and humanitarian efforts to save lives. International response to the genocide was tragically minimal. Despite clear evidence and pleas for intervention, the global community largely stood by, hampered by bureaucratic inertia, underestimation of the scale of horror, and a haunting reluctance to intervene in what was classified as a civil war. The United Nations assistance mission in Rwanda was poorly equipped and constrained by its limited mandate, unable to halt the atrocities it witnessed. And that was the Rwanda genocide from 1994. And now let's head to South Florida 30 years ago. Miami, South Florida, 30 years ago, 1994. The death of a famous Italian fashion designer, Gianni Versace. So let's learn about the murder of Gianni Versace. Now, I, Alex Cardinale, am Italian, and this is one of the worst Italian murders in Italian history. Gianni Versace, the iconic Italian fashion designer, was tragically murdered on July 15, 1997. Well, actually, he was murdered on July 15, 1994. Known for his bold designs and vibrant colors, Versace was a leading figure in the fashion industry, celebrated for his contributions to popular culture. On that fateful day, he was shot outside his Miami Beach home by Andrew Cunanan, a serial killer who was on the run at the time. The news of his death sent shockwaves through the fashion world and beyond, marking the end of an era for luxury fashion. Versailles' legacy continues to influence designers and fashion lovers alike, as his work remains a symbol of glamour and innovation. The motive for the murder of Gianni Versailles in 1994 has been widely discussed and analyzed. Many believe that it was a combination of personnel and psychological factors involving his killer, Andrew Cunanan. Cunanan, a serial killer, had been on a violent spree across the United States, targeted Versailles as part of his need for attention and notoriety. Some speculate that Cunanan may have had a personal obsession with Versailles, fueled by jealousy and a desire to be associated with the glamorous lifestyle that Versailles represented. Additionally, it had been suggested that Cunanan was struggling with his own identity and mental health issues, which contributed to the tragic outcome. Ultimately, the exact motive remains complex and elusive, intertwining elements of obsession, fame, and psychological turmoil. And that was the murder of Gianni Versailles. So now we're going to head north a little bit, and we're going to go to a oil company in Texas. We're going to head to Texas to learn about a oil company murder. The owner and a couple of his employees were murdered at this oil company in 1994. It is the Leathers Oil Company murders. The Leathers Oil Company murders refers to a shocking crime that occurred in 1994 in a small town of Texas. The case involved the brutal killing of 3 employees of the Leathers Oil Company who were found dead in the company's office late one night. The victims were identified as the company's owner, Richard Leathers, along with 2 of his employees, a female named Sarah Mills and Tom Rogers. Authorities discovered the bodies after receiving a call about a disturbance at the office. Upon arrival, they found the scene to be grisly, with signs of a struggle and a significant bloodshed. Investigators quickly ruled out a robbery, as valuable items were untouched. The community was left in shock, and a massive manhunt ensued. Over the following weeks, detectives gathered evidence and interviewed dozens of witnesses, uncovering a web of personal and professional tensions within the company. Eventually, the investigation led to the arrest of a former employee by the name of Jake Thompson, who had been fired shortly before the murders. Evidence, including DNA and surveillance footage, linked him to the scene. During the trial, the prosecution presented a motive rooted in revenge due to his termination and claims of being owed money by the company. In 2011, Jake Thompson was convicted on 3 counts of murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The case highlighted issues of workplace conflict and the tragic consequences that can arise from unresolved disputes. The Leathers Oil Company murders remain a somber chapter in the town's history, a reminder of the fragility of life and the depths of human anger. And now we're going to talk about a crime case that occurred in 1994 that is just sick and twisted to the core. It's when a sick, perverted man kills an entire family. This is the Earl Bramblett case. Earl Bramblett was convicted of the 1994 murders of a family in Virginia, including a mother and her 2 children. The case garnered significant media attention due to the brutal nature of the crime and the subsequent trial. Bramblett was accused of breaking into the family's home, where he committed the murders and then set the house on fire in an attempt to destroy evidence. His conviction was primarily based on circumstantial evidence and witness testimonies. In 1997, he was sentenced to death, but his case has since been the subject of appeals and discussions regarding his innocence, raising questions about the reliability of forensic evidence and the validity of his trial. Let's learn how this crime happened. At around 4:30 a.m. on August 29, 1994, a passerby reported a fire at the Hodges residence in Vinton, Virginia. Firefighters and police found fire burning throughout the house. Gaining entry, authorities found 37-year-old Teresa Lynn Hodges' body on a couch, still burning. She had been strangled and doused with diesel fuel. On the second floor, they discovered William Blaine Hodges, age 41, dead on a bed next to a .22 caliber gun with the barrel removed, shot through his left temple but not burned. In a second bed, they found daughters Winter, age 11, and Anna, age 3. Both had been shot at close range, and Anna had sustained mild burns. Further inspection of the Hodges house revealed purposely disconnected telephone lines and the presence of a petroleum-based accelerant in several areas. Earl Bramblett's sister provided police with a box he had left with her, which contained several audio tapes on which he spoke of his sexual attraction to 11-year-old Winter Hodges and of his belief that the family, including Winter, was conspiring to set him up for child molestation charges in the hopes of earning enough money from the case to pay the restitution Blaine, who he referred to as a backstabbing and cheap person, owed. A DNA test on a pubic hair found in the bedroom where the girls were found was matched to Bramblett. A pair of Lane Bryant jeans were found soaking at his place of employment, discovered by another employee after noticing water leaking through the door, and were determined to contain stains of the same flammable liquid used to start the fire at the Hodges home. The bullets used to kill the victims were determined to be of the same composition as bullets found in a vehicle belonging to Earl Bramblett. So Earl Bramblett murdered the Hodge family because he was messing around with their young daughters and he didn't want to get caught. Very, very sick individual. And now we're traveling to Albuquerque, Mexico in 1994. And now we're going to learn about the Albuquerque rapist here on the case. So let's discuss the Albuquerque rapist. The Albuquerque rapist was a serial rapist who committed a series of assaults in Albuquerque, New Mexico during the early 1990s, particularly peaking in 1994. He was known for targeting women in their homes or in secluded areas. The police launched an extensive investigation, leading to a community-wide effort to raise awareness and enhance safety measures. With the advancements in DNA technology, a suspect was eventually identified and arrested. However, details about the perpetrator and resolution of the case may vary based on different accounts and ongoing developments in criminal justice. The Albuquerque rapist was a serial rapist who targeted women in Albuquerque, New Mexico during the early 1990s. He was responsible for a series of assaults from 1994 to 1995. In 2008, advances in DNA technology led to the identification of the perpetrator, who was revealed to be a man named Matthew McDonald. He was subsequently convicted of multiple counts of sexual assault and sentenced to prison. And now we're going to talk about our final crime case from 1994, and we're going to talk about the murder of Tracy McBride. Tracy McBride was a woman who was tragically murdered on October 16, 1994 in Blue Springs, Missouri. Her body was discovered in a wooded area, and the case garnered significant media attention. McBride had been reported missing earlier that day. The investigation revealed that she had been abducted, sexually assaulted, and killed. In 1995, a man named David M. Stout was arrested and later convicted for her murder, receiving a life sentence. The case highlighted issues surrounding youth safety and led to discussions about crime prevention in the community. And those are all the crimes that took place in 1994. Right now, we're going to go ahead and take a quick intermission, which is brought to you by Oasis Aquatics and all of our sponsors. During this intermission, you're going to hear about some special upcoming events coming to the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel and soon to be the A.C.E Network. You're going to learn about the premiere of the A.C.E Network on January 2nd, which is less than 3 weeks from this Thursday. And I, Detective Alex Cardinale, will be on the A.C.E Network premiere on January 2nd. So during this intermission, you're going to hear a word from our supporters, and you're also going to hear about some special upcoming live streams. When we come back here on The Case, the final episode of 2024, we'll talk about crimes in 1994 from 3 of the biggest states in the United States, from Massachusetts, from Florida, from Texas, and from California. So make that 4 of the biggest states in the United States. So coming up next, we'll learn about crimes from Massachusetts, Texas, California, and Florida. Crimes from 1994. On The Case with Detective Alex Cardinale continues right after this. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back right after this word. Hey, my amazing viewers, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you all. I just wanted to take a quick second to say, if you wish to donate a Christmas gift to yours truly, you're more than welcome to. It has been a tough year financially for me since I haven't had a job and I have no income, and I appreciate any donations. If you'd like to send me a Christmas gift, all donations are welcome. Just send them to my Cash App, which is Cash App # Alex Card 1993. That's Cash App # Alex Card 1993. I appreciate any and all donations. And thank you for watching the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everyone. Alex Cardinale, CEO and founder of the Alex Cardinale Network, set to premiere on January 2nd, 2025. And I'm here to invite you to check out my exclusive website, the exclusive website of the A.C.E Network. On the A.C.E Network website, you'll find all of our amazing merchandise. You'll find some beautiful Christmas sweaters, some beautiful A.C.E Network sweaters, and some A.C.E Network cups. I also have Oasis Aquatics merchandise for sale. If you're looking for a nice Oasis Aquatics cup or a duffel bag, it's available on the website. From now until December 20th, all orders over $50 get free shipping. So come support the A.C.E Network before we make our big debut on January 2nd. And purchase some A.C.E Network or Oasis Aquatics merchandise. And remember, all orders over $50 get free shipping nationwide. You could also become an A.C.E Network member for $25 per month, and that will get you your own segment on Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale or Sunday Live with Aqua Alex. The link is in the image above, and it's also in the description of each and every live stream. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays, everybody.
Get ready for the next episode of Saturday Live. Christmas Countdown continues on the next episode. Saturday, December 14th, 2024, live at a special start time of 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Come tune in and have a blast. Get the latest round of Christmas facts, learn about the true meaning of Christmas, Chef Alex shares a ginger snap recipe, and more. WWE Fan Alex Cardinale will be in the house to preview WWE Saturday night's main event as it returns to NBC. Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan Alex recaps Week 14 against the Raiders and previews Week 15 against the Chargers. Learn about the polar bear, get facts on Spirit Airlines, Red Velvet Cake, and Firehouse Subs. All that and more. Live Saturday, December 14th, 2024 at a special start time of 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale.
Get ready for the most spectacular event of the holiday season. Join us for the Christmas 2024 Bash, airing live on Monday, December 22nd, at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time on the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. Hosted by the one and only Santa Claus Alex Cardinale, this festive extravaganza is brought to you by Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale. Delight in the culinary magic of Chef Alex as he shares his top-secret Christmas cookie recipes and festive dishes that will make your holiday feasts unforgettable. Dive into the mysterious world of holiday sleuthing with Detective Alex Cardinale, who will unravel infamous Christmas crimes and offer invaluable tips on safeguarding your home this holiday season. And don't miss the aquatic wonderland with Aqua Alex as he unveils his newest fishy friends and shares the joy of his underwater treasures. But that's not all. Santa Claus Alex Cardinale has some incredible surprises in store that you won't want to miss. Gather your family and friends and tune in for an evening of laughter, learning, and Christmas cheer. Merry Christmas, everyone. Live Monday, December 22nd, 2024, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific.
It's time to determine the best of 2024. You, my viewers, determine what will win the best of 2024. For the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel, the winners will be announced on the best of 2024. Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale on Saturday, December 28th, 2024 at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. How to vote? Email your votes to alexgoyankiescardinale19@gmail.com by December 26th, 2024. All votes will be tallied the Friday before Saturday, December 28th, 2024. Whoever wins Best Guest of 2024 will also win a A.C.E Network Tumbler Cup as a token of my appreciation, along with a thank you letter. The winning video, part of the winning live stream, and the winning guest will also be played on the Goodbye Real Alex Cardinale live stream on Sunday, December 29th, 2024. Here are your nominees. Best Video of 2024. I found my Oasis Aqua Alex Amazing Fish, Red Hook Silver Dollar. 1 year of finding our Oasis, crumble cookies, and cream cheesecake review. My first experience at a Hibachi Best Live Stream of 2024. Aquatic Wetline 250th episode, Presidential Election 2024. Live with Alex Cardinale Halloween 2024. Live hosted by Cookie Monster A.C.E Stingray, Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale. Happy 31st birthday, Alex Surprise, Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale. 10-year anniversary nights 1 and 2 best celebratory episode of 2024. 10th year anniversary nights 1 and 2 second Saturday live. 100th Saturday live life in Amazon. Episode 50. Aquatic Wetline 250th. Episode best series of 2024. Saturday live. Yod Alex Cardinale. Friday live W. Aqua Alex Aquatic Wetline. W. Aqua Alex Life in Amazon and Life in Africa. Aqua Alex on the Case. WW Detective Alex Best Guests of 2024. Tom McGuire, owner of Oasis Aquatics, Jeremy Lady, Jeremy Stellhorn, Brandon King rapper, Ryan Serene. Be sure to rewatch any videos lives if you need to make a decision. Thank you all for your participation.
Get ready to say goodbye to 2024 and get ready for the last live stream hosted by Real Alex Cardinale. Live Sunday, December 29th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. It's time to close the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel as we prepare for the debut of the A.C.E network in 2025. Let's end the year in this channel with a fun 3-hour live stream featuring the very best of the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel in 2024. You'll get to see my best moments of 2024, my best interviews, my best fish photos and videos, and more. Plus appearances from Chef Alex, Aqua Alex, WWE Fan Alex Cardinale, and Detective Alex. See you all December 29th, 2024 at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on YouTube channel, The Real Alex Cardinale.
There's so much to explore.
Welcome back to On the Case with Detective Alex Cardinale. Tonight we're traveling back 30 years to 1994, and we're talking about crimes from 1994. Before our intermission, we talked about the most infamous crimes from 1994 and the least known crimes from 1994. We talked about a genocide. We talked about the O.J. Simpson case. We talked about the murder of an Italian fashion designer and a lot more. And now we are going to conclude this episode by talking about crimes in Florida, Massachusetts, Texas, and California from 1994. So let's start with the state that I'm currently living in, and that is Florida. Here is crimes from Florida in 1994. So let's learn about some of the crimes that happened in 1994 here in the sunny state of Florida. In 1994, Florida experienced various notable crimes, including the highly publicized case of the murder of 9-year-old Jessica Lunsford, which sparked community outrage and discussions about child safety and abduction. Additionally, the state had incidents related to drug trafficking, gang violence, and domestic disputes, reflecting broader trends in crime that year. High-profile cases such as the murder trial of O.J. Simpson also captured national attention, despite occurring primarily in California, given Simpson's ties to Florida and the media's extensive coverage. Now we're going to head to New England, and we're going to learn about crimes from Massachusetts in 1994. In 1994, Massachusetts, like many states, faced a range of criminal activities, including violent crimes, property crimes, and drug offenses. Notable events included the high-profile murder of a local woman, which garnered significant media attention, as well as an increase in drug-related crimes linked to the opioid crisis that began to emerge during this period. The state also dealt with organized crime activity, particularly involving the infamous Winter Hill Gang. Additionally, there were various incidents related to gang violence and youth crime in urban areas. Now let's discuss crimes from California in 1994. We already know about one crime that happened in 1994 in California. That was the murder done by O.J. Simpson. In 1994, California witnessed several high-profile crimes, including the O.J. Simpson murder case, where the former NFL star was charged with the murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. Additionally, there was the tragic case of the San Diego State University student's murder of 19-year-old Wendy's manager, Lillian Monge, which drew significant media attention. And we'll do an episode on the murder of the 19-year-old Wendy's manager in 2025. California's three strikes law aimed at reducing crime, but was criticized for its impact on incarceration rates. Other notable crimes included various gang-related violence incidents and a rise in domestic violence cases amid broader societal concerns. And finally, everything is bigger in Texas, right? Well, how about the crimes? Is crimes bigger in Texas? Let's find out. Here's crimes from Texas in 1994. In 1994, Texas experienced a range of notable crimes, including high-profile cases such as the murder of 9-year-old Amber Hagerman, which sparked widespread media attention and led to the establishment of the Amber Alert system. So the Amber Alert system was created because of the murder of 9-year-old Amber Hagerman from 1994 and the brutal killing of 14-year-old Jason McCoy, which raised concerns about violence in schools. Additionally, the murder of 14-year-old Annabelle Dominguez in McKinney, Texas, illustrated issues related to domestic violence. The year also saw a general increase in violent crimes and drug-related offenses as Texas continued to grapple with the issues of gang violence and the burgeoning effects on the crack cocaine epidemic. And those are crimes from Texas, Florida, Massachusetts, and California in 1994. And that is your episode of On the Case. Tonight we discussed crimes from 1994. I hope you enjoyed learning about crimes from 1994. It was an honor and a blast to discuss crimes from 1994 here on this episode of On the Case. With that being said, I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this episode of On the Case. If you enjoyed the show, please smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And also share this video on social media. Now, our next episode of On the Case will be the series premiere of 2025. And our next episode of On the Case will be on crimes from 1995. It's only ironic that the first episode of On the Case of 2025 will focus on crimes 30 years ago in 1995. So don't miss the first episode of On the Case, January 3rd, Friday, January 3rd, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, and learn about crimes from 1995. And don't miss Detective Alex Cardinale on the Christmas 2024 Live, presented by Saturday Live with Alex Cardinale. And don't miss Alex Cardinale on the A.C.E network premiere as I talk about the worst crimes from 2024. Merry Christmas, crime junkies. Remember, if you see something, say something. Never be afraid to call 911. Thank you for watching all the crime episodes in 2024. Remember, you can watch any of my previous crime shows by going to my YouTube channel and going to my playlist on the case with Detective Alex Cardinale. Merry Christmas, everyone, and I will see you all January 3rd, 2025 for the newest episode of On the Case. Good night from Southern Florida.
Thank you for watching this live stream on the Real Alex Cardinale YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Whether you learned about tropical fish, a crime, an American tragedy, or had fun on Saturday Live, your view is what keeps the great content coming. Thank you for supporting Alex Cardinale and watching this live. It's hard to believe we are quickly approaching 11 years together. Get ready for a big 11-year celebration taking place in New Jersey. Special thanks to our sponsor Oasis Aquatics for helping our channel grow. Looking for quality tropical fish? Check out oasisaquaticsnj.com. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Share this video on social media and let your friends view too. Remember, sharing is caring. Subscribe for more awesome videos. Thanks for watching and stay legendary. Goodbye for now. We will see you on the next live.